Hello, my name is Marina, and I am going to be discussing how California can begin reducing the homelessness population because currently the amount of homeless in California is very high, and I think that the state could find many more ways to help the people that are homeless. So, what is causing the homelessness in California? For one, the economic crash that happened. When the economic crash happened, a lot of people lost their homes, and there's been an increase in population growth that more people are moving to California than other places in the US. There is better weather for the people that just prefer to be gypsies and be in the streets. There's also been climate change, so where there once was people that were homeless in one area are now in California due to the climate change, which could be heat or cold. There are 21% of the nation's homeless population are residing in California, and 64% of people in general in California are unsheltered. So that just means that they may not be homeless, but they have no roof over their heads. They might be couch surfing or staying with family. They don't have their own shelter. So, the economic crash. Because of the economic crash, mainly there was a loss of income because there was a loss of jobs, which led to a loss of homes. So, it's not even saying that the homeless population is just people that got into drugs or alcohol abuse or they're a disabled person. Many of the homeless people in California is because of the economic crash that occurred. So another cause I wanted to discuss in further detail was the population growth. So currently in California, there are 39 million people that live here. And so this state is considered a more wealthy state. It is a larger state. Um, we have people of all ethnicities that live here, and many immigrants, not only from Mexico but from other places, reside in California. But because of Mexico being close to the border of California, we do have a larger population of immigrants because they come to us in Arizona and New Mexico first. Another cause that's important to discuss is homelessness can happen because of environmental issues, such as, flooding, mass flooding. If mass flooding happens because of a hurricane or rain, we don't have hurricanes in California, but because of massive rainstorms, people's houses will get flooded, they'll have no home. Wildfires, which has been really, really big in California for the last 2 years. In fact, the Carr fire that's happening right now is considered one of the most severe fires in California history. There's people missing, people have died, many people have lost their homes, and not to mention in 2017, a total of over 9,000 fires burned, which burned 1.3 million acres, which is a lot of land to build back to. And then what's most prominent in California are earthquakes. We haven't had a detrimental earthquake in a long time, but if we think back to the earthquake that happened in San Francisco, many people lost their homes, led them to not have homes for weeks and months, and that included hotels to live in. Hotels were overflooded with people, so that caused homelessness. So what can happen to a homeless person? One major thing is there's health issues involved with being homeless. For one, there's a high risk for STDs, major nutritional risk because they're not getting enough food, which is a lack of protein, a lack of vitamins, a lack of nutrients in general. Cleanliness, of course, because they're not able to access clean water very easily, take showers, wash their hands, etc. Some other important things, because medical insurance isn't as easy to get for a homeless person, is infectious diseases, dental problems, and of course major illnesses when they don't have easy access to medical care. So California is considered a wealthy state, so a lot of people ask, well, why are so many people homeless? Well, in an article written by someone named Sal Rodriguez, he explains that California is the fifth in the nation for homelessness, even though there's a higher output in the economy. Oh, 1 in 5 people are homeless in California. And so this is something that California should recognize and be able to find a solution, because we have more money, more resources to end the homeless population, or at least make it much less. So current programs that have been implemented are homeless shelters, some medical care, food banks, and job fairs. And the reason why I'm giving the presentation is because I want to talk about the Care Not Cash program. Care Not Cash is a program that the city of San Francisco created, which provides shelter for homeless people in the area, provides services instead of giving cash. So instead of just handing them a wad of cash, they give them food, they give them shelter, not just on a cash card. They've opened up facilities to help the mental health persons that are homeless. And so this has eliminated the time that a homeless person is going to spend on the streets without shelter, without nutrition, etc. So Care Not Cash is the better solution because they've been successful in lowering the amount of cash that's given out by the state to the homeless population, which is helping the homeless not spend their money on drugs and alcohol and things that aren't a necessity when they could be working towards something better. And then I have the works cited. And I believe that the Care Not Cash program would be really beneficial if California could bring together their resources and taxpayers' money to put up more facilities for homeless people, put up more medical care facilities that is a free service, once every 3 months, put up free dental cleanings, because they may not be homeless for the reasons that a lot of people assume homeless people are homeless. Because, the economy crashed and there was a lack of jobs. It's not a family's fault that they couldn't afford their bills, their house gets foreclosed on, or their house is burned by a fire. So I really think that California could find better solutions to the problem. Thank you.